All right, we are in now. Finally. Okay. Funny thing is, I was signing in earlier just realized just as I was about almost in, I was on the wrong channel, so I had to sign out and switch over to this one. All right. What's going on, Claire? Okay, got you here. Um, Oh, Zach told me that he said he may not make it here. That's all he told me there. So just a heads up on that. So yeah, he did inform me of that earlier today. Yep. So I guess it's me, you, and apparently a mystery guest here. Hmm, about due for one of those. Hmm, man, this. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so let me okay, so Johnny's coming and this the that in case they know they are going live streaming. And Mr. Johnny has arrived. What's going on, Johnny Man? But yeah. All right. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, Zach. I guess you was able to make it after all. Okay. Well, that's a surprise. All right, so Claire, Johnny, Zach, and I guess we'll find out if I just sent her a message. Yeah, I just sent her a message. Okay, Casey's not gonna be able to make it this one, but I did send one to Killer Katie. So I guess we'll find out whether she shows up or not there. So, but for the moment, with what we got, we can go on and kick it off and Peter Rabbit 2. Okay, Peter Rabbit. That's I remember that storybook there about Peter Rabbit there. It, so since yesterday we finished the me doing and even helping with all the stuff he eats. Maybe he should eat more peanut butter crackers. Oh, shut up. So since last time we that I finished the Wanted Man, gonna do a little bit more of this for today. Yep, a little bit more of absolutely normal chaos, where we're gonna dive into where Mary Lou has been forced to go on this car ride with Carl Ray. Yay! Yeah, I am so excited. If I were her, I'd be so excited right now. Oh boy. CJ and the Heights. Oh, you must you must have noticed my thumbnail. All right. All right. We got Soma from Cyber Loud Gaming. All right. What's going on, Soma? Yeah. All right. So looks like you got here just as we're about to kick off with the first suggestion. Luca's more of a okay. Oh, so okay, so you got another one, okay. What is normal chaos? Whatever it is, it's less chaotic than our current lives. You're probably right about that. Well, we're about to. Well, Starscream and Waspinator, we're about to find out. Okay, so Thursday, July the 26th of this normal chaos. And all right, so starting with CJ in a high-speed chase, and then um, Trebek singing Prince Ali to introduce Connery. All right. Uh, I have to leave with to go with that beef brain old besotted call Ray. And Beth Ann has been calling here all day, going on about how she can't bear to be apart from him, and how I should remind him every day about her, and on and on and on. And Alex and I spent about 4 hours together at the park. We played some tennis, and it's a lot more fun playing tennis with Alex than it is with Beth Ann. Alex actually pays attention to things. Attention and says things like game shot or about my shot, not his. Beth Ann would say it about her own, and whoa, if I sing one past her, which she occasionally would do. And he generally gives the impression that he's actually having a terrific time. And we would laugh if one of us whiffs the ball. That's what he calls it, if you swing and miss. Whereas Beth Ann, you have to pretend not to notice when she misses. And if you miss, she puts on this phony frown and feels enormously sorry for you. and that, and then of course, who in the world calls in a high speed chase? Oh, you must find out in the Looney Tunes Back in Action reaction. Oh boy. So now Trebek is singing Prince Ali to introduce Connery. Prince 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 Connery coming to brag about doing your mama. Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, so it's your real nickname. And then, of course, we got Sean Connery as Darkwing Duck and Seto Kaiba as Scrooge McDuck. Oh, boy. I can't believe I'm doing this. Hey, I can't believe I'm doing this. Keep singing, Trebek. All right, Alex. All right, Alex, let's get dangerous with Cookie Crumbles for 1,000. Ha ha ha. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Make way for Sean Connery. Hey, hey, it's Sean Connery. We were too sweaty to hold and are anyway. Afterward, on the way home, he said he would think about me a lot when he was gone. And I said, yes, I actually got so much he worked out. And I would think about him a lot while I was gone on my trip. Oh, sigh now. Is there such a thing as being way too happy? It makes me feel a little guilty, especially when there are people like Mrs. Fuzz who are feeling awful. Speaking of her, the strangest thing happened tonight, right after dinner before Alex arrived. Mrs. Fuzz came right over, and Mom and Dad was sitting at the kitchen table and washing the dishes, and called Ray rummage around the fridge. I did it with Trebek's mother last night. Connery! And the day is mine, that is so true. When it comes to my exotic ego. The ladies seem to think that I'm dashing. That's the way, and that's the truth. Oh, oh dear. So, what's we got here? Oh, okay, just a message there from Discord. All right. So we got Sean Connery as Darkwing Duck. I am the terror that flops in the night. I am the Wait, I am the former detective that that is now in heaven doing it with Tebek's mother. I am Duckwing Sean Connery Duck. Dun dun dun. Is there is there such a thing as being too happy? It makes me feel a little guilty, especially when that. Oh wait, we met that already. Mrs. Fuzz looks so terrible lately. I bet she hasn't combed her hair in a week. Ooh, and neither has Tebek's mother. Connery! This is an emotional moment. Oh, for crying out loud! And she was wearing this old sweatshirt with a pair of baggy pants, crummy old shoes. You could tell she had been crying. And she sat down at the table with my parents and started sniffing. Carl Ray stood there staring at her with an awfully sorry look on his face. And all of a sudden, he left the room, and about 2 minutes later, he came downstairs with a tissue wrap package in his hand. He went right up to Mrs. Fuzz and handed it to her. She looked at him strangely, and Carl Ray said, "For you?" And then he went outside to his car and drove away. What could he possibly have given her? Ha ha ha! Let's find out in the next edition. And as Seto Kaiba as Scrooge McDuck. And as a tribute to Nick. Oh, Lotso. Okay. Oh, so that's the name of Lotso's voice actor. Okay. Well, it looks like he lived a long time. 1937 to 2021. Okay. Kind of a legend there. I am Seto Kai. Oh my God. Let's see. Well, if Scrooge McDuck is Seto Kaiba is Scrooge McDuck. Kind of surprised. Well, no, wait, Lumgo's kind of evil. So would that possibly? I'm trying. Sean Connery. Let's see. Not sure who would be. Oh, Sean Connery. Okay, but yeah, I'm not sure who Yugi would be in there. But okay, here we go. Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this match. And let's see. Mom and Dad look so surprised. She kept staring at the tissue, wondering what in the world happened to Carl Ray's mind. And finally, she opened it, and sure enough, it was the ring from Carl Ray's dresser. And he leaned over and blessed me bagpipes. Where's the card? They all looked at me and they just thought there'd be a card. Instead, putting it back, and when Dad went to get the box out of the clinic, that's when Alice came to the door. Now, what would make Carl Ray do something like that? Why would he give Mrs. Fuzz his father's ring? He's just full of surprises. Oh boy. So he just gave away his father's ring. And now we have, as a tribute, Lotso from Toy Story 3 and Sean Connery as Scrooge McDuck. Okay. If Sean Connery is Darkwing Duck, who is Alec Trebek? Launchpad? Megavolt? That Liquinator? Hey. Taurus the Exterminator? Nerds. How do you guys know the characters? I don't remember you watching the show. You're a bad influence. I'm a bad influence. And I'm a nerd. Okay, so we got Lotso. Well, I don't know how they know it either, but it doesn't matter to me. So let's read this next little passage here. Now, when I got home tonight, Dad was talking to Carl Ray about and I asking him if maybe he didn't want to reconsider and take the ring back. That it was a very nice gesture and all, but Mrs. Fuzzet was so overwhelmed that she couldn't speak. But Carl Ray might regret his impulse, and if so, everybody would understand. And Dad was sure that Mrs. Fuzz would give the ring back. When Dad was done with his little speech, Carl Ray just said, "Nope," and he went to bed. Oh, Alpha and Omega. Friday, July 27th. Oh, deity, I'm here at Aunt Radine's in West Virginia, and there's no light in the bedroom. I'm trying to write by the moonlight. I feel like Abraham Lincoln. I can hardly see anything. I'll have to write tomorrow in the daytime. Hmm. I miss, boy, do I miss my home. And Alex. Wow. Boy, it's almost like she go to see her relatives in West Virginia. It's almost like she done went to the Amish paradise since there's no electricity out there. Been spending most our lives living in an Amish paradise. Hard work and sacrifice living in an Amish paradise. A local boy kicked me in the butt last week. I just smiled at him and I turned the other cheek. I really don't care. In fact, I wish him well, because I'll be laughing my head off when he's burning in hell. Yeah, I remember that Amish paradise from Weird Al. Okay, so Sean Connery is Scrooge McDuck. And I guess Alex Alex would be Gizmo Duck. That kind of sounds right. Emperor Zurg Toy Story. Emperor Zurg as King Beast. And I guess I also have to do Alex as Gizmo Duck. All right. So Sean Connery as Darkwing Duck. Oh, Sean Connery as Scrooge McDuck. Sorry. All right. So Scrooge McDuck. What we got here? Saturday, July the 28th. Blast me bagpipes. Oh, King of Kings, and the day turning out to be. Oh, right now I'm sitting on my Aunt Radine's and Uncle Carl Joe's front porch on the great red wooden swing that's screwed into the ceiling board. Down in front of me is the healing of the graveyard spooking. I started yesterday. Carl Ray and I left home about noon, and I was in charge of the map, and he was in charge of the driving. And oh my gosh, Carl Ray drives like a maniac. I was fearing for my life the whole time. He speeds along about 90 miles an hour and swerves around the cars to get past him. He never uses the turn signal and hates to stop. I had to beg him after 4 hours to let me to stop so we could go to the bathroom. Oh, bless me, bagpipes. Boy, talk about a rush. Talk about a road rush there. That's how I feel with Tebek's mother. Ha 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 ha! Connery! Get down here and be Gizmo Duck. Ha ha ha! Very well. I am Gizmo Duck. We didn't talk. We didn't talk hardly at all. Thank goodness. I brought along the Odyssey and pretended to be engrossed in that. Every now and then he would ask me what part I was on, and I told him, "Oh yeah, I like that part." He really knows that book. He must have memorized it or something. Anyway, we only got lost once, and we finally arrived at Aunt Radine's at 9:00. Aunt Radine and all of Carl Ray's brothers and sisters are Joe, John Roy, Lee, Bob, Sue Ann, Sally Ann, and Brenda May. Everyone has two names like me. We're waiting on the front porch. and started jumping up and down and waving and acting like a lunatic. The only one who wasn't there was Uncle Carl Joe. At first, I thought it was kind of nice, such a great reception. But when we got out of the car, everyone jumped all over Carl Ray and started hugging and messing his hair. And I realized they weren't excited to see me. I am Alec the Big Gizmo Duck. Or technically you would be Gizmo Tibet. Ha 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 ha! Emperor Zurg as the King Beast. Okay, so. Oh, after about an hour of that, Aunt Radine finally noticed me, standing there looking like an idiot. And she came over and hugged me, and everyone did too. About another half hour, they were messing with my hair. That's sure a happy bunch. And we had to go eat dinner. Gosh, Aunt Radine said, well, gosh, we're starving today. Look, we usually eat up to 5, and we've been waiting on you all. I'm as happy as a pumpkin patch to see you. That's just the way she talks. Honest, I'm not making it up. But Dad, their children are innocent. Don't you think they deserve a child a normal life? They are guilty of unspeakable crimes. Maleficent. She is the worst villain of them all. Yeah. Big words when it's a villain playing King Beast. Like, welcome to Sunnyside, folks. Woody, he smells like strawberries. I smell an evil old jerk who betrays the hero in the end. Ooh, that's a good one. Sean Wayne Connor Duck. Wait a second. I did it with a robot? Oh, I guess that means Trebek's mother is a... Well, technically, Gizmo Duck isn't a robot. He's a guy innocent. It's pretty much a reference to Iron Man. Yeah. And let's see. And also, what was that about this? Let's see. Go back. Was talking about about Lotso. They say that he smelled like strawberries. How did they get him smelling like strawberries again after all he went through after that little girl lost him and he was in the rain and all of that? Then at the end of the movie, they're all at the dumpster, mind you. They're all at the dumpster. A garbage man picks up Lotso after he's been through the trash like the other toys and sniffs him and says, strawberries. How is that possible? And see, my suggestion is Starscream as Buzz Lightyear. Why not yourself? Because once Benito witnessed the faint. So Starscream as Buzz Lightyear and Wobbuffet interrupting Harriet again. Dr. Robotnik, getting interrupted by Doofenshmirtz. I know it's a duck. Oh, yeah, I know it's a joke. Gizmo Duck is a duck in a suit. And I am Iron Duck. Like Howard, but in an Iron Man suit. Howard the Duck. Oh, boy. It should have seen that one coming. Howard the Duck. You think he was Howard the Duck? Okay, so Starscream is Buzz Lightyear, then Wobbuffet interrupting Harriet, and Dr. Robotnik with Doofenshmirtz. Okay. All right. And stop freezing up on me, stream. Okay. So, to infinity and beyond. We got Uncle Carl Joe was already was already sitting at the kitchen table. He glanced when Carl Ray came in, and everybody went quiet and stared at the two of them. Carl Ray said, "Hey." Uncle Carl Joe nodded very soberly, and everybody started crowding around the table. It was pretty easy to tell that Carl Ray and his father were not on best terms. There were about 3 tons of food was spread on the table. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, bread, green beans, and squash and biscuits, tomatoes, corn, and peaches. And for dessert, pecan pie, apple pie, and molasses pie. For a family that seems poor as anything, like I said, no electricity or plumbing, and a house that looked like it had been painted in 200 years, they sure have a lot of food on the table. I don't know how in the world Carl Ray was so skinny when he first came to our house. Yeah, I can understand how they. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that they would be able to, cook them because there's several. I know there's probably several ways to cook without electricity. I mean, you think about like the old days before we got electricity, but yeah. How is it that Carl Ray is skinny and ate all of this when he was at home? Okay, so now Harriet being interrupted by Wobble Fett and Doofus Murr interrupting Robotnik. All right. Okay, so the food. Oh yeah. So Carl Ray had about 10 helpings of food and got it, which was a little embarrassing because he made it look like we never fed the poor boy. Well, trust me, I can do. Well, you probably hadn't fed him, but don't worry, I can take care of that with a little bit of fat. So everyone kept asking Carl Ray what it was like in the city. And I kept trying to say it isn't the city that we live in. Easton is just a little suburb, about 10 miles from the big city. But they kept on and on about the city and asked him how many murders had he seen, how many times he'd been held up by robbers and all that. Honestly, surprising none of them ain't asked him if he ever did a little my fat. Okay, I'm gonna shut him up. And then Doofusburg interrupting Dr. Robotnik. Let's see let's see. I know the Jim Carrey Robotnik and the one from Sonic X. I think I'll do the Jim Carrey one. All right. What? Oh. Nobody cares. Okay. So, anyway, they kept asking Carl Ray about his car, and I thought he was talking about the money and the college education, but you could tell he was saving it for another time because he looked really embarrassed whenever they mentioned it. They kept saying things like, "You sure must make a lot of money in the city," and "Whoa, Carl Ray, you got to be a millionaire," and on and on. It was as if he didn't want to tell him about the money, and Uncle Carl Joe didn't even say a word. Then about 10:30, we all finished eating, and everybody got up, and Aunt Radine said, "Best turn in. We can chow on and on tomorrow." I really don't appreciate you interrupting me, Dr. Doofusburg. Ooh, what are you gonna do about it? Seriously, I bet I could beat you blindfolded. Oh, you want to take me on? Bring it! Show of hands. Who do y'all think would win a fight between Robotnik and Doofusburg? Okay, so Planet Earn former's prey. Okay, yeah, so we got that. Thankfully, Hollywood got rid of the twist villains back in 2020. Uh, long, Zach, long, Zach. What? Hey, buzzed. You think I'm not a threat? I could take you down with my eyes closed. I'd like to see you try. Guards, take him! Closes his eyes and fires all around them. Oh boy. And Zax, did you forget? Did you already forget Peter Rabbit 2 came out this year? Oh, yeah. To be fair, the movie wasn't making it challenging enough to figure it out. Mr. Incredible, Mr. Murph, Hump, meeting scene from The Incredible, but Mr. Hump is Rex, and Bob is Woody. Oh boy. I. Oh boy. I wonder. Well, in about 10 minutes, everyone was in bed, except for Sue Ann and Sally Ann, who were doing the dishes. I asked if I could help, but they said no, and I just went to bed. I was really tired, and also feeling really homesick for everybody. And I wonder if Carl Ray felt this way when he came to stay with us. How did he stand it? Everyone's so nice to him here, lapping it, and he's lapping it up like a little dog. And they're all looking at me as if I'm the strange one. I can hardly get a word in. Not that I would know what to say if I did get a chance, so I didn't say too much. Just like Carl Ray at our house makes you think, doesn't it? Well, it's a little hard to get used to how primitive this place is. I still haven't gone to the bathroom. I did walk up to the outhouse. Oh, Supreme Bean, I've forgotten how awful that outhouse is. It's so dark inside, and the only light that I could get is a little sunlight through a hole cut high up in one wall. But also, through that hole comes flies and wasps and creepy spider. Oh my! Oh, whoa! Okay. I had to step out of character for that one. Oh, I am so I don't know if I don't know how I would have taken this if I actually grew up this way with no electricity. I mean, I guess I probably would be used to something like this, possibly. But seeing as how I've come up with, proper plumbing and everything, oh no. I am not using an outhouse or anything like that. No. Especially you just mentioned spiders and wasps. I got stung by a freaking wasp when I was a kid. Yes, I was at my great grandpa kid's house out in the country, and I was playing with his dog, and as we're running around the house, minding my own business, just playing with the dog, a wasp just looks down and like, I'm gonna sting that little boy. Next thing you know, I am screaming and hollering for hours. Ooh. Now just imagine you have to go to an outhouse to use the bathroom, and there are wasps around there. Oh. Ooh. Now that's scary. Now, Bob, I'm not happy. Tell me why I'm not happy. Okay, why are you not happy? Because you're giving insurer care in the black. Aren't we supposed to help our customers? We're supposed to help our customers, Woody! Who's helping them? Okay, so as all the lasers bounce off the night, while Starscream still got his eyes closed and somehow dodges them until King Beast gets hit by the lasers. Ah! He got our king. We surrender. Can. Sort of like when he flew around the room. He said, I'm telling you, I can fly around this room with my eyes closed. Okay, Mr. Lightbeer, prove it. Okay. I bet Tim Allen as Woody ad-libbed that Lightbeer line. He's gonna go down a little bit. He's gonna and opens mouth. Inferno, if you comet, points down. We remember. Nostalgia critics singing the DuckTales song. Ban! Oh boy. Nostalgia critic almost killed Malcolm over. Well, okay, technically he didn't. But he practically hurt Malcolm for mentioning DuckTales. You mean DuckTales? And should we call an ambulance? It's too late for him. Oh boy. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna have the critic sing it in his Zod, in his opera voice. Okay. There were spider webs in all of the corners. I don't even want to mention that smell. I'll wait till I'm absolutely desperate before I go in there. Maybe Corey was as afraid of our bathroom as I am of his. Maybe he was used to all this back to some nature some. And later that day, I'm back on the porch swing, and I'm sitting here all day, been writing my letters that everyone else has been rushing around us doing chores and whatever I ask. If I can help, they say, no, you're just sad. Oh, wow. Ooh. I'm getting tired of sitting while I want to do something so badly. DuckTales, woohoo, dumb. And now, thanks to Malcolm, I got that song stuck in my head. By the way, this is brought to you by Stamps.com. Tired of going to the post office? Make sure you have Stamps.com. They'll never go to the post office again. And you know, something like that will make you hungry. So call DoorDash and have them deliver from restaurants like McDonald's and Burger King and Applebee's and so on. Even IHOP. And you can also ask for convenience store products, you know, bags of chips and candy bars. All at DoorDash.com. And now I'm going to sit here and lip sync everything I was saying and do a bad lip sync fail that's even worse than Rita Repulsa in Power Rangers. And now I just roasted the critic. The day is mine. Sean Connery is Miss Piggy again. Oh. Claire, what am I going to do with you? All right. Still later that same day. Ha ha ha. Now I miss Piggy again. I think Christine has to move. She did make dinner tonight, and we had fried chicken again because it's Corey's favorite. Gravy, boiled potatoes, going to the cob, tomatoes and sweet potatoes and fried peppers. Then for dessert, chocolate pudding with whipped cream and had the cherry jello with the bits of peaches inside. We almost didn't get the pudding because Aunt Regina dropped it. Around Joe was asking Carl Ray if he had seen any murders in the city. Carl Ray said, I see one dead body, I see one, but he didn't finish. That's when the pudding slipped out of Aunt Regine's hand. She didn't like to hear Okay. Hmm. He would Trixie would be like the queen would be Trixie would like the queen from Snow White getting oh the queen from Snow White getting hit on by Dead Tom. Oh boy. Oh boy, I went back to the old the old Disney classics. Okay. Ah, then was Andre Dean was scooping up the pudding. And Alive Joe asked Conray about his job at the hardware store. So Conray told him about stocking and order and all that boring criticism. They said they must pay you a lot if you can afford that car. He looked right at me, and I knew it was a warning, so I didn't say anything, not until Arrived Joe kept going on about how much money Carl Ray kept earning. Just to participate a little in the conversation, I said, well, Carl Ray's lucky people keep giving him things. Carl Ray gave me a dirty look. Like what? I was in trouble now. I fished around and around for some around, well, like the jug and the ring. A ring, said Uncle Dean. I was about to explain about the ring from Uncle Carl Joe, but then Uncle Carl Joe said, what ring? What in blazes for? Everyone looked at Uncle Carl Joe and to think those were the first words that he said to Carl Ray since we arrived. I couldn't tell if he was pretending that he hadn't given the ring to Carl Ray, or if he thought that maybe he thought he'd been given another ring. Who, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? That would be Snow White. We must kill her! Oh boy. And then there Tom is flirting with her. I'm dead. You're looking pretty hot, evil queen. Golly was staring at me, and I realized that the only way that I could have known someone giving him the ring in the first place if I had been snooping in his drawers and read the card. I tried to move on. Oh well, he gave it away anyway. You gave it away. You gave it. And who did you give the ring away? And who did you go and give the ring away for? Uncle Carl. But by this time, Aunt Radine had fainted dead on the floor. Fortunately, she missed the pudding mess. Uncle Carl Joe and everybody started jumping up to patting her face and carried her to her bedroom. Hmm. And isn't that necrophilia, but in reverse? He may be a dead muppet, but he's never felt more alive. Whoa, okay. Mm. Yeah, others. Guess they had to do what they had to do, huh, Claire? Yep. Yeah, like I say, if yeah, if I guess if like I say, if I was, I assume because I wouldn't know unless I was in that situation. But I guess if I was coming up like that, in this type of living style, maybe I guess like maybe this kind of thing wouldn't bother. I don't know, maybe, but you know what they say: when you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah. Sometimes it ain't always pretty. Oh, yes, they are. They are aggressive. No offense, Waspinator. None taken. Waspinator ate blue planets. Plates the blue planet's wasp as well. Yes, really. Yeah. Yeah, they are. And Red, sit down, Woody. I'm not happy. Not happy. And why are you not happy? Andy makes me unhappy. Has he broken your tail? Oh, a broken tail I can handle. What I can't handle is Andy knowing on ensuring hair is working. He's an expert, Woody. He's an expert. Uma and Audrey singing the Darkwing Duck theme. It's interesting. You should mention that, Claire, because I may have mentioned it to you before, but I actually was listening to this singing group, which I think I played on some of, when I tried to do the re-edits of my Darkwing reactions. That opening for Darkwing Duck part, that's actually a band called Saturday Morning Slow Jam. So, and it's a female singer that does it. So, and when I sung it, trying to mimic the voice, it sort of made me think of Audrey. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah. Carre stayed in the room with her, and the rest of us went back out and ate dessert. Sally Lynn said we could eat the pudding because the floor was clean enough to eat up off of, and it wouldn't hurt any of us. No, that was good, even though I did find the dog hair in mine, but I didn't tell anyone at all. So then Sue Ann, Sally Ann, and Brenda Mae did the dishes, and I asked if I could help, but they said no. And now everyone is getting ready for bed, and I'm sitting here in the kitchen, writing by the kerosene lamp. Aunt Radine is still in bed, but I can hear her voice ever so much. She's talking to call Ray now, so she must feel a little better now. Do 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 do. And this is that. It's a little set of how Audrey was actually singing the lyrics. Daring duck of mystery, champion of right, swoops out of the shadows. Darkwing owns the night. Somewhere some villain schemes, but his number is up 321. Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. Darkwing, Darkwing Duck. Pretty much like that there. Okay, so band camp suggestion. Film Brain as Lola. Oh, good lord. Zach! Zachary! You a band! Alvin! And how ironic. You request Film Brain and he's obsessed with Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh, I am not obsessed with Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay, whatever you say, man. And then Mal as Rita Repulsa with Sean Connery dubbing her voice. Well, wouldn't it just be Sean Connery? when it unless I could go get unless I could go get Mal dressed up like Rita Repulsa and have her on the screen lip sync while I do the Sean Connery voice. Okay. Okay, so anyway, Film Brain as Lola Buddy. Hi, I'm Matthew Buck, also known as Film Brain, and today I'm going to be doing Lola Bunny. I'm so excited! I, I, I sure would like to know. Oh wait, I don't think Lola Bunny goes that high. I sure would like to know why Uncle Carl Joe seems so mad at Carl Ray, and why they don't talk about each other. And while I am so sure I would like to know when Carl Ray is going to tell everyone about the money and a college education. Maybe he wants to keep them believing that he's making a ton of money at the hardware store. I'm going to the outhouse. I can't put it off any longer. If I don't come back, tell Alex I love him, and my parents too, and Maggie, and Dennis, and Dougie, and Tommy. I really got to. Don't ever call me. Don't ever call me. Dog. Hey, Bugs. Come here, you. Mm. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, that came out kind of. It's kind of an ironic come out. So now Mal, as reader, so it's just pretty much Sean Connery. Okay, I guess he's gonna talk in the mannerism of Mal as Rita Repulsa. Sunday, June, July the 29th. Dun, 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 dun. Ah! After 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to conquer Earth! Alpha, Rita's escape. Recruit a group of teenagers with attitude. I, su- I survived the outhouse. After breakfast, I went with Lee, Bob, and Sue Ann and Sally in the swimming hole. It's the greatest place in the world. You have to climb up a big hill out back and then go through some of the woods. And then down the steep hill, by the way, of the narrow path. At the bottom of the hill is the creek you follow along for a while. Then you come up to the swimming hole. It's not very big, maybe 15 feet across, but it's pretty deep in the middle. There are some trees hanging over it. So when you float, you're on your back, and you can look up at the lead and tons of leaves all around the edges of the fallen logs and the sticks and into the water. And Lee Bob dives off, but no one else is brave enough to do that. Oh, I've got such a headache! Connery! Oh, the earth is mine! No, my... Oh, wait, I need to find something to throw. Oh, I have an idea right here. I know! Magic wand! Make my monster glow! Oh boy. Make mm, that would be good. That would be really weird if that actually happened. Okay, so yes, well, trust me, Johnny. This whole stream is full of weird suggestions, so you blend right in. So your suggestion blends right in here. Suggest a character from Food Fight and combine it with a character from Descendants. Oh, I love it. Of course you do. Connery! I got the legs for it to bit, just like your mother. Okay. Really getting tired of this thing freezing on me. I hope it's not freezing on you guys in there, but for some reason it keeps doing it on mine. Okay. So a character from Food Fight mixed with a character from Descendants. Okay. Let's see. I guess they could do. Excuse me. I guess I'll do Brand X as Mal, or maybe Brand X as Harriet, since they're both seductive. Oh, ah, I sure would like. I sure would like to know why Uncle Carl Joe seems so mad at Carl Ray, and why they don't talk to each other. And I sure would like to know. Oh wait, I have to be I have to be soulless because, as you can see, Brand X always looks like she has no soul. And I would sure like to know when he's going to tell everybody about the money and the college education. Maybe he wants to keep. Oh, wait, we read that already. Oh, that's right. I went back too far. Well, we were having such a great time. I thought it was a magical place. I thought I. But all of a sudden, the Bob yells, Snapper! And everybody starts running and flailing around, trying to get to shore. I didn't know what was going on. They were yelling for me to get out. Oh boy, I scrambled so fast. They were all pointing over one side. I was like, what is it? Snapper, snapper. What's a snapper? And they looked at me like an imbecile. Snapping turtle, dummy. There's a snapping turtle in there. A couple of them. Watch out. They'll get your toes. Oh boy. Mm. So, you want to do right on me, Ace Dog Detective? Must be a bomb show. Oh boy. Mm. So let's see now. Okay, so we got that. We can do it fast. We can do it slow. But right now we can do it fast. We can do it slow. But right now let's make a monster roll. Okay, seriously. This computer freezing is getting on my nerves. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and not the and three and not the monster in my pants. Okay. That just made Johnny. That line just made me think of a joke from Arthur that I think, if you really stop and think about it, was kind of inappropriate. You remember Arthur on PBS? There was a scene where Brain was imagining himself at like a college seminar or something, and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a real dinosaur." The dinosaur shows up here. Please, please, everybody, remain calm. And so the dinosaur, which is the T Rex, he takes a microphone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. So last night I discovered an elephant in my pajamas. How the elephant got in my pajamas, I'll never know. I'll let y'all figure out what that could possibly mean. The elephant in his pajamas. Or better hint, the elephant in his pants. Ta-da! Oh my. Oh my god. Slightly fat. Oh my gosh. Is Equilibrium really a good movie? Is bashing 7 pounds gonna make people hate me? What is this so-called parody? It's so annoying. Oh boy. So the the Toon Squad never the Toon Squad the Toons the Toon Squad never gives up. Wait a minute, what the heck am I doing here? Space Jam as the new legacy. Oh, okay. One played by Zendaya. Uh, is this just to hide your Alvin and the Chipmunks obsession? I am not obsessed with Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay, so Space Jam, New Legacy, Lola Bunny, and Mr. Mosby as Mr. Potato Head. Oh boy. Okay, so all right, let's see what we got. Oh yeah. So a couple of them. A couple of them, you got to watch it, or they're going to get your toes. Well, after a while, everybody went back in the water, but everybody but me. I had enough swimming for one day. Suddenly, it reminded me of Mr. Fuzz swimming in that hole all happy and everything, and then hearing Snapper reminded me of when we were going along cheery as clams, and then the phone ring and you find out Mr. Fuzz is dead. Snapper. Well, that makes you a little afraid, don't you think? To get back in the water. Is that a metaphor? I'm the same age as Sally Lynn, but the funny thing is, even though I'm from the city, she said Sue Ann is seems a lot older than I am. They're always talking about boys, and you can tell from the way they talk that they've been going out with boys for a while. They said that three of her best Sue Ann said that three of her best friends who are the same age as her are engaged to be married. What? Sue Ann said that three of her best friends who are the same age as her are engaged to be married. Let me repeat. These girls that are engaged to be married are 13 years old. 13 years old, engaged to be married. Oh my God. Even and y'all give us flack for having our 16-year-olds get engaged married like Princess Jasmine. Can't point no fingers at this now, can you? At the moment, apparently not, Mickey. Wow. Maybe years ago in the New Testament this might not be so bad, but yeah. Yeah. Kind of makes me regret writing this in that Heroes of Dream book there. Mm. Okay, so stars Mr. Mosby as Mr. Potato Head. so, so Sue Ann's best friend, who is 16 years old, is pregnant. In a pro. And no one seems to no one seems to mind. Some things seem a little advanced around here in West Virginia. What's the hurry? And my mother would have a fit. So Sue Ann and Sally Lynn kept asking me about Alex. I kept trying to change the subject because I knew they would want to know about what we did in the way of messing around. I'm pretty sure they think that Alex and I were pretty babyish. I mean, if they knew that we hadn't even kissed, they would laugh them so silly. Maybe Alex and I will kiss when I get back. I ought to practice. Oh, well, that was kind of awkward. Well, coming from me reading this. By the way, speaking of kissing, Mrs. Potato Head. Hey, I can drink, can I? Mrs. Potato Head. Huh. Okay, so since Lola would be, since it's Lola, she would be obsessed with bugs. Who would be Bugs then? Hopefully not the nostalgia. Oh, okay. Okay. Don't make me sick now. Oh my goodness. In a pro. Don't make me sick. Media Hunter as Spider-Man. Okay, that feels a little better there. Thoughts on Zendaya as Lola? When I heard her in the recent trailer, she sounds pretty okay. I don't. She sounds pretty good. I think that's at least. I know that there are some nitpicks about the movie in general, but Zendaya's performance might. You know how Brownie always says there's good in every movie, even bad movies. So yeah, I guess that's a little bit of good to look forward to. How Zendaya does throughout the whole movie as Lola. Um, and overall, aside from messing up Granny, trying to make her hip and all that. Ugh. And the whole thing, my nitpick of why couldn't they just stay as cartoons instead of turning into CGI. Aside from that, I'm hopefully the rest of the movie doesn't do. Hopefully the rest of the movie is at least decent. Yeah. I don't think I'm not sure if it's gonna be like a masterpiece, but at least give me a decent rest of the movie. Just at least be able to sit through it. Okay, so Media Hunter is Spider-Man. Uh, Hello everyone, it's the Media Hunter, and today I'm gonna be Spider-Man in disguise. So I've been sitting on the porch reading the Odyssey. The Odyssey finally reaches Ikea in his home, and instead of going right to his house, as I would have, he goes on to an old shepherd's hut, disguised as a beggar. Telemachus, his son, comes along, and at first Odysseus goes on pretending that he is a beggar. But then he finally lets his son know who he is. That's a nice part because they both start crying and all. And I liked Odysseus better then because I was beginning to wonder if he had any feelings. It was beginning to seem like all he did was stack cities and poke out the eyes of monsters and go on and on about how clever he was. Well, at least he was being at least he was being honest about his opinion of himself. I'm Spider-Man, by the way. I guess technically that would be the media spider hunter. Okay, the spider media hunter there. Ah, Nicolas Cage as Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh boy. So let's. Oh boy, that's an interesting one. Nicolas Cage. Okay. So apparently I'm gonna be. So apparently I'm gonna be Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay. So so later. So later. Later she was feeling a mile better, and she didn't look so well. Her eyes were puffy. Even her freckles were pale. Do you know what she called me? Of course you don't. She said that Carl Ray told her all about the money that he received from Mr. Biggers and a lot about the college education. Any idea who that was from? She asked. Nope, I said. Well, I'm gonna ask you something strange, and if you rather not, rather, and if you rather not do what I'm gonna ask you, then tell it to me straight, and I'll abide by that. But if you'll do the ask, I will be holding Mary Lou. I love the way she talks. I understand what she, I understand what she said. So she said, now Carl Ray has told me about getting this money and this education from some stranger. Like I said, do you know what? Do you know about that already? I was nodding. Mm. And apparently, I am the fastest thing alive. Let's see. Did you just say make my monster glow? What what helps the forces of darkness get better than a glowing monster to guide them to victory? Oh, wait, what? Harriet meeting Gilbert Godfrey and they're both drunk. Oh boy. That's a band camp, but that's probably the only way that Harriet would be able to deal with Gilbert. She'd have to be drunk. And I don't know. She might still get annoyed by Gilbert even in a drunken state. Let's see. My rum. Mm. So, I want to ask you this. I want not to tell Joe or any of the kids. about Conrad getting his money. Would you do it for me? I said, sure, Rachel. I won't tell if you don't want me to. And she patted my hand. But I could you only could you tell me why you don't want me to tell? She chewed on her lip. Oh, wow! And then said, hey, Gilbert, you want to read some? Come on here, yeah, bloody. Hey, Gilbert, have some of this warm. It's good. I put some special stuff in it. Oh, she chewed her lip. And then, well, that's a fair question now. Oh, it sure. And she chewed on it some more. I have a feeling she didn't want to tell me. Finally, she said, there's some things that just ain't nobody business. At least not yet in the way. I figure Conrad's been this lucky. They've been giving some straight to give me the money and all. They're going to want a troop up to the city too. And Mary Lou, I don't want them to go yet. Not yet. I don't want them to go. I might not get them back. That sounded reasonable to me, so I agree. Even I shot Gilbert. He went down like boo because he was so annoying. Okay, all right. Whew. Okay, I went too far into that one now. Oh boy. My friend who's appeared on my streams and chat a couple of times shall be fooled by bad things about it, but it was even worse than. Oh man, Zach, why did you do that to yourself? You were safe. Oh, that's how I felt though when I watched the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat. It was worse than the reviews. Oh dear God. See, I am the wind's biggest world, an ice cream's world, the dragon's little girl, and more precious than a pearl. And he sounds like Gucci Max. It's a Gucci. The dinosaur was doing Gucci. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Mr. Mosby meeting CJ and Carlos. It was better when they tried to ask the kids what sticky substance is Binky covered in. Oh, the dinosaur in that was that mentioned. Okay. Oh, girl. Okay. Okay. I guess it kind of. I don't know. It just kind of said okay, but I see what you're saying now, Johnny. But yeah, I look back. Now I didn't think that when I was a kid, but after finding out about like how people be making a lot of in their pants jokes and stuff like that. Yeah, and I looked at that episode again after that. I kind of yeah, I kind of was just wondering, you know. So that's messed up. What substance is Binky covered in? Mm. Okay, so Mr. Mosby meeting CJ and Carlos. Hmm. But do what? But I do wonder why she doesn't even want to tell Uncle Carl a joke. You think that Carl Ray's own father ought to at least know? Maybe he have an idea who gave Carl Ray that money. But maybe it's just some old army buddy of his or something. Maybe it's a long lost maiden. Some long lost maiden aunt of Uncle Carl Joe who's about like 100 years old. So I'm going to keep the secret. But there's something funny about this, don't you think? Boy, am I homesick. I sure wish I could call home. And later, arrived Joe has been telling ghost stories on the porch and claims that every single one of them is true. And all the ghosts come from the graveyard in the front yard. The worst one is about the young boy who got his head chopped off in some freak accident in the meat factory, and how the boy is always roaming the yard for his head, and how his head is somewhere moaning, calling for his body. Was this like the headless horseman now? Oof. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So, on the noises that arrived Joe can make, he imitates the head calling for the body. Ooh, body, where are you? And he makes the head sound real sorrowful and gruesome, just the way a head might sound. I guess if it was looking for his body, I guess it's looking for his body. Anyway, right near the end of the story, he jumps up all of a sudden and get a god awful look on his face, and his mouth hangs open. He starts backing away from us, pointing at the yard, and we all look out there, and he says, "There it is, the head. There it is." Mm. Oh boy. Welcome to Uma's Hotel. How may I? CJ and Carlos. Hey, Mr. Mosby. To what do I owe this pleasure? Mm. Might as well stick. I might as well stick my. I might as well stick my tongue in a drawer and never blow again. Mm. What is wrong with the? But oh yeah, yeah. Let's just say, Mary Lou's country relatives are kind. Her country relatives don't really hold back a lot there. Mm. Ban! Ban! Oh, what they said. Nerd. Also, nice one. Thank you. Don't encourage him. Too late. Don't think it'll be good. Well, Claire. I guess we have to. Guess we all have to. I guess all of us will find out for ourselves completely. Like I say, I'm kind of with Killer. I want to be with Killer Katie on that. Just give me a decent film. I mean, yes, there's gonna be. Yeah, we know about the flaws that the trailer pointed out, but yeah, give us a decent film at least. At least 80% of a decent film. Mm. Drunk, a drunk General Grievous from Star Wars. It's 2021. Movie 2D is illegal unless you're overseas. Oh yeah. Odyssey has some really good stories there. Yeah, I think we've looked at Odyssey movies in school once. There, even even the characters are skewed morality. Mm. Now Now I'm imagining Sonic as Ghost. Imagining Sonic as Ghost Rider. Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that be the Black Hedgehog fit better? No, Ghost Rider is serious edge. Shadow was a desperate edge. Oh yeah. Okay, so first we got a little bit more of the book left. So let's see. Got about a few more paragraphs there. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Drunk General Grievous. Try to get. Oh, there, there it is ahead. And we all looked but couldn't see anything. And he says, he's screaming and saying, "It's coming! Watch out, it's coming!" We all run the house screaming and shaking. Uncle Carl Joe was sitting in his chair chewing his tobacco when we all came running in. All right, Joe said. All right, Joe, quit scaring them, or I'll tear you one. Everybody was peering out the window, telling Uncle Carl Joe that the head was coming. Suddenly, and all of a sudden, Uncle Carl Joe made awful noises, just like Carl Ray did that day that he chased me, Dennis, and Dougie and Thomas, and Whitney Rock, and then he started chasing us around, and arrived Joe and Carl Ray joined in. Boy, they sure like to do some scary to really reenact these scary stories. Okay, so we got three more paragraphs. So we got Alvin as Bugs Bunny. Oh boy. Well, that's what happened when I get into character, Claire. Say the Odyssey. What is the Odyssey exactly? I'll show you later. You know, strove to learn every form of unicorn magic you could in your world. You're more of a nerd than I am. She's happy to have found other nerds to be with. Okay, so Alvin as Bugs Bunny.
Oh, what's up, Doc? Boy, I got to tell ya, I was scared to death when these three guys were growling and chasing us for the first time, Doc. And the whole time I kept looking around for the head of that boy, because I thought he might come up chasing us too. Boy, this is one strange family. And I just want to tell you, it's duck season.
Oh boy. Let's see, make sure all right, good night, Claire and Zach there. Oh, and got one last suggestion from Claire. Sean Connery singing "It's Been Agatha All Along." All right.
You, Alvin, you're despicable.
Dum 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 dum. But here we go. Oh yeah. But you know what? It's the first time I've been seeing Carl Joe and Carl Ray doing something together, having fun. Afterwards, I saw the two of them walk down to the graveyard together and think they were actually talking. And I tell you one thing, I'm not going to that outhouse at night anymore. Flashlight or no flashlight, I'll just wait till everyone's asleep to use the pot that's under the bed. Oh, Alpha and Omega, when will I be able to go home? Doo-doo-doo-doo. And I did it with the Beck's mother too. Connery! Okay, so Agatha's been Alex's father all along. Agatha's been Alex's father all along. Okay, let's see. I'm a tune.
You're welcome, Alvin.
Wait, isn't he a tune in some universes? final suggested Christopher Lloyd's character from Food Fight Drunk. Okay, I guess I have to put that on on the next stream there because that's it for the night there. Mr. Clip. Oh, the clipboard guy. Okay, I tell you what. I'll do this. It's not. I'm not gonna read it from the book, but I'm going to. I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna improv a little bit for him, and I'll close us out on that. Okay, a little improv of Christopher Lloyd. You have to buy this. Oh, oh boy. Oh, not the survival of the fittest. Not the chips. I once went to this sketchy. I'm sorry, Zach. Oh, yeah, yeah. I would have been pretty skeptic about going in there. Whew. Well, all right. So that was a good way to end the night there, and I'll let you. Let's see. I know next weekend is Father's Day weekend, so have to play that by ear. I always post it. Post up the day of if I'm going to be streaming or not. So when we get there, I'll see what's going on, and I'll let you know if I'll be streaming Father's Day weekend or not. So till then, we will find out. So if you don't, if there's going to be magic in the garage if you don't stop. That's just what Callista's witness said. But I'll be honest, I came on too strong. All right. No problem, Johnny. So glad to have you guys here. And we'll if depending on what's going on next weekend, we may be here, we may not. So just have to see. Yeah. Until then, see you later.